Life path number 4, so I thought I would do esoteric reading. So secretary. I'm going to say hearing secretary, sexting, texting coming through. Something to do with like a lot of texting, text. Also, something is definitely on someone's mind, is what I feel. But anyway, life path number 4. So what I thought I would do is a set of tarot readings that I haven't done before. I used to do this a long time ago, so I thought I would go through the life path numbers and do you a tarot reading. But also some channel messages that seem to be coming out. So I'm hearing texting, text, calling Norton, something to do with call, just call, or Paul, or someone's very cool, calm and collected. It's like, well, they seem to be very cool, calm and collected. It's like I need to collect everything together and gather everything together. There seems to be a lot of evidence maybe that seems to be gathered together. It's like, listen, first I need to pull myself. You might be a pair of curtains, I don't know, but it's like, listen, I need to pull myself together first. It's like, Lewis, will you just pull yourself together? It's like Paul or Pauline, but I'm hearing I know it's Jolene, but it's Pauline, Paul, chlorine, something to do with chlorine or Doreen, something to do with Doreen or chlorine. Might be a swimmer, something to do with swimming, could be pregnant. Some of you could be pregnant, or there could be people that are fertile, because there seems to be a lot of sexting, sex or fertile. Like children, I'm picking up a lot of children, or children in the future is what I'm picking up. Children of the revolution. But you old fool, you could be dealing with anything to do with around a Pisces maybe, but you old fool, I'm picking up the old fool. I'm picking up story, like what was that? Snoring, the old man is snoring, the old man is boring. Something to do with snoring or boring. Someone could be snoring, someone could be boring, but the old fool, it's like, listen, you old fool. It's like, I've got something to tell you. Someone very older and very younger is what I'm picking up. Old and young, Olden. Somewhere from Olden, the name Olden, or a place called Olden. But Holden, Texas Hold'em. Someone could be from Texas. But I'm picking up a card game, or Holden. Amanda or Amanda Holden. But I'm definitely picking, listen, I'm going to hold them. It's like, can you just hold this baby? It's like, yeah, I'll hold them. It's like, can you go on hold? But I'm also picking up some sort of like, can you go on hold a second? It's like, yeah, I'll put you on hold. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm coming. Someone's definitely coming somewhere on a phone or something, unless you're sexting. But I'm picking up sexting, texting, and also Holden. Like, hold on. Can you just hold on a second? Hold on. Something is coming, whichever way it is, coming to America or coming. But they're saying that it's coming, life path number 4. But you've got the energy of 4, which is like whoring or okay. I was going to say there seems to be a lot of sex for some reason. But boring, like bored. Like 4 is, can feel very unsatisfied or satisfied. It's like, I'll only take the person on if I want to take them. It's like, can you take them? If I want to take them. It's like, well, I can take them if I want. So it's like, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. It's a bit like a game or a card game or something. And so, listen, either take them or lead them. Lead them. Lee. I'm also picking up the name Lee or Lee. Okay, or Lee. L. Cool J or LL. Fell. Someone's fell for someone. It's like I'm falling, because I'm picking up fool or the name L. But I'm falling under a spell. It seems to be, I hope it's not an actual spell, but it feels like I'm under a spell. Could be anything to do with around Scorpio energy, because I'm picking up the song, but it was years ago, so it might not be. But like, the old fool, what was that, what was the nursery rhyme? The old fool is snoring, the old man is snoring. Something to do with old man, an older man or a younger man. I'm picking up an older man. Alderman, the name Alderman or an old man. But I'm also picking up the men. Someone's picking up men. Someone's picking up quite a lot of men along the way. I don't know, it seems to be like I'm clocking a lot of things. Like, I'm picking up like a lot of men. Like, so who's picking up a lot of men? You might have a lot of options. Okay, there might be a lot of things that are open to you, but I'm definitely picking up that someone's picking up a lot of men, okay, or women, either way, men or women. But either way, I'm picking up quite a few along my way. A lot of numbers. Some of you are getting like a lot of numbers. Like, what's your number? It's like, here's my number, what's your number? So, okay, here's your number, that's my number, you've got my number. So it feels like that you've got someone's number, or you're, I don't know whether this is a number game or like numbers, but I've got your number, I've got your number, I've got your number. Have you got my number? It's like, yeah, I've got my number. Have you got your number? Yeah. What? Number, or numb. Comfortably numb. I'm also picking up comfortably mum as well. Some of you could be mums. Mums and daughters. It could have a lot to do with family, could have the Ten of Cups, but something to do with numbers though. Like, I've got someone's number, or you've got someone's number, or somebody's got someone's number, right? So it's a bit like, you're right, what's your digits kind of thing. Digit, digit, digit. I'm picking up didgeridoo though as well. That would be anybody also from Australia, but didgeridoo. Okay, doo-doo. I'm also hearing doo-doos. I don't know why. Do-do, 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 do. It's like, do. Go on, do it. Go on, do it. Someone's egging someone on saying, look, you've got their number, just ring them. And it's like, yeah, I've got their number. So this could be, is this a friend? Because I picked up, funnily enough, when I was pre-shuffling, this card was the last card, because normally I do all of the stuff, shuffle, and then I'm like, okay, so that's it. And then I look, and there it was. Okay, and then you had this one on this deck. So this could be a friend or someone here, but it's to do with like reaching out to someone here. But it could be a friend that's saying, look, you've got their number, ring them. And it's like, do I or don't I? Shall I or shan't I? It's like, do it. Go on, do it. It's like egging someone on. Like an egg and spoon race. But it's like egging. Eggledon, the name Eggledon, or Eggy. Leggy. Leg. Legden, Pegden, or something to do with Legden or Pegden. Jake, the name Jake maybe, or Jack, but Jake and Jake's leg. What? Sorry. Oh, actually, the person that sang that wasn't. That was. Yeah, we're not going to go down that road. But can you tell what it is yet? That person ended up in prison for some kind of like very weird sexual offending kind of situation. For some reason, I've got no idea. Spirit just puts these in my head of people that have always been in kind of like, and they turn into a message. So if you've got anything weird or phallic around you, I've got no idea. But that was, I forget what his name was now, but he was originally Australian. He used to be on the TV in Britain. He used to be, can you tell what it is yet? And yeah, there was some strange stuff that happened around him a long time ago. He ended up in prison. He was along the same lines as Jim Will Fix It, if anybody can remember. But I'm definitely picking up, look, because it's someone's supposed to be picking something up, and I pick it, someone is like picking and choosing. It's like, well, I'm trying to pick them. It's like pick pieces that you could have something to do with the Piscean Scorpio energy, because they had pieces of pie and pecan pie. But like, I'm taking a peek at them, because this is actually supposed to be delivering a message, but it's not. So it's like, well, I'm just taking a peek. It's like, I'm just having a look and just trying to see. It's like, well, just look and see. It's like, have you got their number? It's like, yeah, I've got their number, but do I use it or don't I use it? And it's like, well, I don't know whether to use them or not use them. So I don't know if someone's using somebody or feel like they're being used, or like they want to reach out to someone. Okay, but you could have friends that are saying to you, look, there's a number, you've got a number, use it. Okay, because there's a number here. There seems to be a number. And it's like, I've got a number, but because I keep picking up like this trick of a hat, and it's like, have you got your number? And it's like, yeah, I've got a number. What on earth is this reading about? Life path number 4. And it's like, I've got a number. Okay, so what is it? And it's like, hold on a second, let me just see if I can find this number. And it's like, I know I've got their number somewhere. Let me just go through everything and find their number. Why on earth do they keep mentioning this number? Is this relating anything to you? Like a phone number? Or like a lottery win? Or like a card that you've lost that's got numbers on it? Or like a like an old lottery ticket and it's got numbers and it could have won and you're trying to find it? Because it feels like a prize winner, and a prize like at the end of it, at the end of this rainbow, because I'm picking up like Piscean energy, but there's a prize at the end of the rainbow. Someone could be from Ireland or something, but like there seems to be a stole me pot of gold, but like there seems to be this prize at the end of this, right, or whatever it is. But I need to find their number first, or use their number first, in order to be able to get to this destination. You could have something to do with the Cancerian, but like first I need to use the number that I've got first. But I don't know if, because the first message I had for you guys was like, pull yourself together. It's like, well, as soon as I pull myself together, I can go forward. Because I'm definitely picking up big Cancerian around you, number 4. Okay, and it's like, well, I don't know whether to go back or forwards. Like, I don't know whether I'm reversing or going forwards. Do I go back to the past partner, or do I reach out to the future partner? And then I've got this energy of like, well, have you got a number? It's like, yeah, I've got a number. And someone's saying, well, look, why don't you use this number then? Because it's a bit like a I don't know, a healer or a person or a love interest or something like that, or a solicitor or a lawyer. And it's like I'm picking up Laura, or because I'm definitely hearing L. It's like Laura's and maybe Loz. You might have a life path number 4, but I'm picking up like someone saying, look, you've got a number, so why don't you ring them? And I don't know why I'm feeling like this hesitating energy of like, well, I don't know yet. Like, should I or should I not? And there seems to be where this could be any kind of number towards anything that's gonna, where this message is gonna hit to most of you. And I'm picking up, well, you know, you can reach out to them or them or them or them. Now, some of you could be having different men or different women. And it's like, well, I've got loads of numbers, but which one do I use? So if this isn't men or women, then it can be like job opportunities or places to look for, to live, or college or school or anything like that. But it feels like, well, I've got a lot of numbers, but which one is it that I ring first? Okay. So I don't know how this is going to relate with you, whether it's all of the above and it's relationship and also college and school and also housing and moving and all that kind of stuff. Because that would be 4 as well, because that would be representing the 4 of Wands. So, I mean, twin flame energies, you would probably witness a lot of that. Probably a lot of prison sentences and a lot of phallic things that could go on around your energy, because you would also represent the death card 4, and also the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Cups and things like that. So I'm picking up that there's a lot of things that have to end in order for you to open up, in order to be able to begin. Okay, so you might get a lot of offers, but you might also be very picky or choosy about which ones that you take and have. And if you're always stuck between a rock and a hard place, you have to just go for it in order to be able to open up to get to the 4 of Wands. Now, for a lot of you, you're probably going to meet or have had a lot of twin flame activity, but you could have also had a lot of court actions and court cases where it's involving prison sentences or marriages, and you might see that your family are like either one, always living like either divorced or married. Either way, it can be both, because it can be home from home, or you have a great home and a great experience. But within that, you might also see that parents struggle to get along by like houses and homes and all this kind of thing. That you could do things of landscaping in your life, I don't know, because it would be, I don't know, I mean, this is not sexist in any way, but I would pick it up more for the men that would do more to do with architecture and drawing up plans for, say, the building and the renovations of a house and all this sort of stuff. Okay, but I'm definitely hearing that a lot of that some of this could be to do with like a court case and things, because it would mean a sentence of prison. So this even could be a marriage, but it could be moving. Like, I need numbers to do with like a house and a home and a place to live and a place to settle. So like, you're going to want to settle down at some point. So some of you are just keeping your options open, and you're kind of like, well, which person is like marriage material or relationship material or somewhere that I could live and stay and all this kind of thing. So you might have a lot of coming and going energy around you of these channel messages that I'm picking up. Okay, well, we're going to leave it there, life path number 4. So we're going to do your tarot reading for September. This is a set of readings that I'd done a long time ago that I thought I would try and keep up and do regularly, because I only really have to do 9. But there's supposed to be 22, 33 and another number, I think. But at the moment, I'm just going to stick with doing the 9, because there's very Very rarely people have a life path number 11 or 22. Kate has 22, I think, or 33. But we'll see. So let's. So if you don't know how to do it, if you go on Google, if you go on YouTube, there are thousands of people that will explain how to find your life path number. You can also find your personal year number. It's pretty much the same. Okay, all you have to do is, instead of using your birthday date, you just swap that with 2020, and that gives you a personal year number, pretty much like your life path, but a number that you'll go through that year. Mine is actually 6, to be honest, this year. So let's see. So soulmate, family stuff would be that, really, family. But anyway, that's the personal year one. So life path number 4. What have they got coming up for September for life path number 4? But if you get confused, just reach out. But please check Google or YouTube if you don't know your life path numbers or personal year, because it'll be the same. That number, you can watch both of those numbers. Someone's got some pictures, because I keep hearing Shane, we know your name, Shane. Or like Shaney, like we know your name, like something to do with someone's name, like branded or Brandon, or like branded by their name or something, and it's like my name means everything. So some of you could be going through a divorce or something, and it's to do with like, you know, trying to find your name, trying to find someone's name. Because that would only be people that are divorced, where it would mean things of like maiden name, Maddie. I'm also picking up Maddie, but the maiden name, Abby. I'm also picking up Abby, Abigail. Let's see. Life path number 4. What have they got coming up for September for life path number 4? Life path number 4 for September 2020. Life path number 4. Cancerian, there you go, Cancerian. I'm going to have to lift my seat, guys. I do apologise, but Cancerian. So trying to go forward. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go forward or do you want to go backwards? Because Cancerian should be future forward, always going forward, always moving forward. But you're more the crab, so you go around in circles and around, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's like, do I go forward? Do I travel to see them? Do I move or move out? Do I stay put? What do I do? But future, so looking forward to the future, number 4. But you could be anything to do with the number 7, because this is a 7 as well. Okay, so it's running backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, but it's running things your way, doing things your way, going your way. It's like go your way or come my way. It's like come my way, come over here, come. That's why I'm picking up. Come here. Why don't you come here? Life path number 4 for September. It's a call also. 7 is a calling. So it's someone's calling to say, well, why don't you come here? Why don't you call me? Because I'm picking up call meow or meow. A cat could have something to do with a lion, which would be Leo. But I'm picking up call me Al. Why don't you call me? You call me. Call me. So too many cards, but 6 of Cups also Leo, but way too many cards. Life path number 4. What have they got coming up? But they'll come out again. So you had the sun and the moon, really. So something to do with the mother here. You could have a lot of problems with the mum. You could be indicative with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or another lot. But a lot of things being hidden, and the curtains needing to be drawn. You might isolate yourself quite a lot. You might be like me, where you like it when it's night time. This is a bit like daytime, nighttime, daytime. So, what was that? That was, wasn't it? Ow, you're right, ow, Steve, oh, you're right, but it might have something to do with Al or Steve. I don't know, Ali or Steve. Ali, Uck and Spree, or like, ow, no, Steve, daytime, nighttime. Please tell me that y'all have seen that somewhere on Facebook years ago, right? You must have seen that. Those 2 birds that are mimicking. It's kind of like, ow. Someone's like, ow, that hurt. Ooh, something hurt somebody, or someone hurt someone. Someone could get hurt in Oh, I had a car. Okay, something to do with I might get hurt. I don't know where. No, I'm picking up like a car, not hurting a car, but like the Cancerian might worry about getting hurt or has been hurt somehow. Please don't let the past define you. Okay, don't ever worry that I might get hurt, because as soon as you keep thinking and worrying about I might get hurt or I can't and I'm ashamed and I'm worried and I feel guilt and I don't know if I can, you're just going to attract in those energies and unable to be able to go forward, because the moon is blocking you of things that are unknown. And if what that is your past defining you as, well, I really don't know whether I should or whether I could or whether I would or anything like that, then that's down to yourselves. But I'm picking up like I don't know if I should or I don't know if I would. Because this could be the mum that interferes with someone here, with a child here. Okay, the Page of Pentacles. And it's like, well, you know, what does your mum say? And it's like, well, I don't know what my mum's going to say. Do you know what I mean? Some of you could have a good relationship or bad relationship with your mum. But it could be, I don't know what your mum's going to say, or I don't know what their mum's going to say. But the moon is the mother. So I have to go through my mother and explain to them first that I want to do something before I can do it. This could be a younger person here. Okay, it can be a younger person here because they have to go through the moon. Okay, so they have to go through their parents. So there's an explanation that is needed from the parent or the parent guardian of like information that needs to be said first before someone can deliver this Page of Pentacles to the future. So that would be pregnancy or children or an idea. It's like, well, I've got an idea, but it's like, I have an idea, but what do you call a no idea? Blind, right? To the truth, which is the moon. So it's like, well, I have no idea. It's like the blind leading the blind. It hasn't quite happened and I don't know if I should or could or would. It's like, but I have an idea in my head that this person is possible, that I can reach out to. Some of you, this could be a new person here. But I'm picking up like, well, I have no idea. I had no idea. It's like this person. It's like, I had no idea. So someone might have no idea that someone likes you or you like someone here, because that's the page of that. It's not been spoke about. So it's like, well, I have no idea that you do, or do you or don't you? It's like, well, I don't know. Do you? That kind of feeling, right? Like I had no idea. It's like I've got it in my head and you're there, but I had no idea that this could blossom into something bigger, because it's beginning. So a lot of you, life path number 4, could have met someone new or have an idea of this new person here. Yeah, it's stressing someone out, worrying about whether they should or shouldn't reach out. Because it's like, well, if I do reach out, what do I do or what do I say? And the fear, fear, you let your past define you and let fear stop you. So there's a lot of things that are stopping this chariot from moving forward because someone's all up in their head. And it's like this page then is more of a thinking energy of like, well, I'm going over it and going over it and going over it and going over it, but I just constantly feel like I'm being run over all the time. So it's like, you know, there's like, well, am I the runner or the chaser, or do I chase them up, or do I run after them or run over them? Right? So it feels like, well, I've been run over in the past, so I keep picking up someone could have got hurt in a car accident or a car. I really do. Sorry, guys, for the weird message, but I tried not to say that before. A lot of people get wound up and say, just say it. So I'm picking up like, well, I've been run over, or I just generally energy feels like I've been run over, like I've run up too much stuff. I've rung up too much. Hung up too much. It's like I'm hung up too much on the past. I'm too hung up on my ex. Someone's too hung up on someone. Or too hung up in like overthinking something and it's worrying them. But worry is fear, and when you worry about it, you fear doing it. And that's normally when you back away from fear, because fear, if you let fear define you, it's like, well, I'm just going to not bother, you know, and I'll just like worry about it or fear about it and check, but not actually do anything, you know. So there's a lot of energy where the moon is taking over, which can be mothers that are interfering and saying, no, you're too young, you're too old here, or they're too old, because I picked up old man is snoring or boring or something. And it feels like that, well, I have to sort of speak to my mum, which could be you guys, and it's like, well, if I speak to them, what do I say? And it's like, well, now they're saying something. Like, I don't know whether to tell them or not, and if I have, they're stopping me now. So now I can't do what I want to do, which is then creating fear. So that means worried and letting people define your life, which is defy you by stopping you from doing things that you feel is necessary in your own life, which can be children. That's why I always say, it depends, you know, if they're like teen tots, then no. But these could be teenagers, these could be like older people that are kind of like thinking, well, there's things that I want to do and places I want to go and my life to lead. But there can be parents that are like, oh, no, listen, we don't want you to get hurt, we don't want you to, what are you going to do when you're out there, what are you going to do? And trust me, that happens with grown adults, you know. So there can be a lot of energy where people are stopping people from confronting their fears and their nightmares and their karma. Because when we have karma, we have it individually within ourselves and the feeling that we need to go forward. So when we have that feeling, that elation really is just heading towards heaven, right? That's why you feel abandoned, is when you're born, you're abandoned because it's a soul that's just gone, and you're like, right? So then from that point on there, you always feel this notion of feeling abandoned, upset, and a notion of that you've always got this destination that you feel like you need to grab hold of. That's an awakening as well. It could have been that here. It could be 9 and paranoia. When you have awakenings, that is like you just feel like you just got to grab hold of anyone or anything, or like there's got to be something there that I can grab hold of. There's 7 of Cups as well. It's like illusion and the moon. So like I just need to grab hold of the next thing, or I need to take the next option or take the next thing, and it's like, but I just feel like I'm reaching out, grasping at straws all the time, and you feel like that when you wake up, you know, because you have to confront your demons to confront things, right? So the message then gets delivered here. So there's a lot of like, well, I was stressing and worrying about, because you got an energy here. It's like, well, what are you stressing about? What are you worrying about? It's like, well, I was worrying and I was thinking that I shouldn't or should, and this person's like, no, this is easy. It's like easy street. I'm picking up Bookie Street, which would be Del Boy and Rodney. A lot of you, well, man, I wish a lot of you from Britain, you'd have known that, a lot of you. But Boogie Street. But I'm picking up that this is a worry for nothing. This is a bit like money for nothing and your checks for free. But I always say chicks for free, but checks for free. But like worry for nothing. Worry for nothing. Because there's an energy over here. Like, what are you worrying about? What are you stressing about? What are you fearing about? What's the problem? Because these can be friends that are saying, what are you worrying about? Why don't you do this night here? Let's see. 4. Show me life path number 4. Sorry. Life path number 4 for September 2020. So you've got too many cards really. 2 of Cups, the Star, and the 5 of Pentacles. So this can be a new person that someone's worried about. It's destiny. It's written that way here. Destiny written that you head out towards the future here. 100% that you head towards the future. This is delivering to a message possibly for a lot of new here, because the Cancerian energy is supposed to be moving forward now because of the moon being there. So I've got stuff to do, got to pull myself together in the morning, open the curtains, new beginning, new fresh start, right? So I've got to tell parents or something has to go through this moon first, but someone has to go through this phase. It can be just like a phase that I'm going through at the moment. There's a song, right? ACDC, 10cc. Not love. I won't forget it. It's just a little thing I'm going through. Ba, 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 ba. I haven't heard that for some time. You won't regret it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. But just a phase I'm going through. But again, it's destiny, and it's written here to reach out to this Two of Cups. And then you get the Star. But what you get then is a 5 here, which is something to do with around feeling nostalgic and left, like, I don't know. This could be child support and maintenance for a lot of people here, because it could be to do with like parents and mothers. Because 5 is an energy that needs support, right? That needs somewhere to go. So you've got here, like, you're like, oh, have I got somewhere to come back or to? Have I got somewhere to go? Like, so you've got someone that will take you in from 5, because you'll always move from 5. So it's an energy of like, well, can you take us in? Can you take me on as a client? Can you take me on as whatever it is that you're doing for a job? You know, can you take me on? Can you take me on board for like work, support, family? Can you take us into the family or away from our family towards another? But that could be a destination through the Star. So can I go from here to here through this 5? Because some of that would be representing where because like if you've got kids, that's what I'm saying. This is what your kids are going through because they're here, right? So if you've got children or you've got parents, which majority of people have, then you know your parents would watch this and know that this is you, right? So you've got this energy here of where I don't know if they know yet or should I tell them, but it's a bit like this person. Shall I tell them yet or? Because this is a new lot I'm picking up. Knight of Cups towards the 2. Because 2 here always used to be as well, is what I'm learning through spiritual, not nobody else. But for a reading that I did where the 2 of Cups was a 6 at one point. Which meaning that it was someone that had kids with somebody and that ended and they've got children together. Okay, and now a mother with an ex that is a 2 now, and it's not physically a 6 of Cups anymore. It's gone more into the metaphysical connection that will never really die because you've got kids together here, which is here. So for some of you, because this moon is here, it's representing of a 6 of Cups that was before, but it is now just a 2. Because it's more of a metaphysical connection that you have with someone. So it's a possibility of the future, but 6s can also have become 2s, if you know what I'm saying, if I'm not confusing people. Because moon is always past and parents, and it can be an older person, younger person here as well. Because the 5 of Pentacles would be child support and maintenance that's needed from the government or from an ex here. From an ex. Because an ex can still be like a metaphysical connection that someone's got with someone, but they're not actually got into a relationship with the person. So it can have potential for the future of a 6, but for a start, it's a metaphysical connection, and majority of the time that is a new connection with someone here. Okay, so what we're going to do is life path number 4. That's your reading so far. We're going to go on with the rest of your reading. At the moment, next month if I do it, this will only go to tier 2 members. It will probably start here, but at the moment, as it's new again, it's a recurrence of the same before. But it actually goes to tier 1 and tier 2 members. So if you're on tier 1, you get to watch it, and also if you're on tier 2, you get to watch it. But if you join tier 2, you get the 1st until the 15th, and then the 15th until the 31st of the month that do not come out on anywhere apart from Patron. They will more than likely be up, which will be the 1st and 15th already, and then after that, during the month, the 15th until the 31st comes out. I will also post up something to do with a question and answer, but basically just follow the guidelines of when it is that I post that up on tier 2. It won't appear on tier 1, it's just tier 2 members. I'll post a load of text and then just follow the instructions, and then we do a question and answer. Okay, that comes up as well. But if you are on tier 1 and you want to join tier 2, basically it just deducts the $5 and then it just takes the rest out of your account. It's just a month by month basis. You don't have to stay, or it's up to you. But then it just deducts that, puts you on tier 2, and then you get to see everything else that you can't normally see. Okay. If you want a personal reading or reach out for a Skype call or anything like that, I do start back at work on the 2nd of September. So I'm not sure what date this is going to be out. Probably be on the 1st or the 2nd. But I'm working my way around doing personal readings still and everything else. So I've had a few just lately. So if you want to reach out, you can do. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Hopefully see you on Patreon. Life Path number 4.